Ah, yes, the ban list. It finally dropped, and I am very excited because I'm happy to say Dinosaur was completely untouched. And I'm very, very glad about that. So, of course, what can I do but make a slightly updated Dinosaur deck profile compared to my last one? So I've only actually made a few changes, only a random couple, and I will be making more in the future that I will actually mention. But for now, I just wanted a little bit something to hold you guys over, and I feel like this is a pretty good example of what Dinosaur can and probably should be. Not saying I'm the best deck builder, but this is pretty cookie cutter, not gonna lie. The only difference is some of the hand traps and a few tech choices that I have. Oh, I am so sorry. I'm still not used to having this new camera. I have it perfectly tried. I have to try to angle it down without holding it, so hopefully it won't be at least all rocky or anything like usual. But anyways, let's get started. So first off, we have, of course, the standard 3 copies of Soul Eating Oviraptor and 3 copies of Miscellaneousaurus. Neither of these were touched by the ban list. Of course, that means you gotta play 3 still. Oof, I love it so much. Dinosaur tier 1, baby! But yeah, Oviraptor is literally one of the best starter cards in the game. Now Misk is one of the best starter cards in the game. Blanket Protection, Search or Send Anything, plus the special from Grave Effect and everything. These are broken, especially when together. And then, of course, you have your 1 copy of Giant Rex to round off your level 4s, because Giant Rex is the giant sex, because he is that good. By the way, there won't be any combo tutorials, unfortunately. There really hasn't been a difference from my combos. I think the last deck profile I had some in there, too. There's really no, difference between combos, really. But, anyways, on to the big guys. We have 2 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Ooh, Big Daddy T-Rex right here, of course, puts in all the work. Would never play 3, would definitely never play 1. 1 copy of Dogoron the Mad Flame Kaiju. This is one of my tech choices, I'm sorry. I actually really like playing Kaijus. I usually try to play at least 1 in any deck that I'm playing, depending on what deck it is. Like when I was playing Mermail, I played Gamma Seal. When I played Dinosaur, I played Dogoron, of course. You know, stuff like that. Sorry, I was taking a drink of my Dr. Pepper. But yeah, Dogoron outs a lot of problematic cards. It can out Appaloosa, which is a bit of a struggle when you're playing Dino. It can out Dragoon is a big one. That's one of the main reasons. And then, so many other, boss monsters and stuff like that. So, obviously, we're going to main at least the 1 Dogoron. And then, 1 copy of Pancratops. And now that I think about it, Dogoron isn't really too big of a tech choice because a lot of players actually play it, but I've seen a lot of people dropping it now because it can brick, but I feel like it's worth it. But anyways, Pancratops, he is still ridiculous. I'm a bit sad he's at 1, but I probably wouldn't play more than 1 anyway. At least I only have 1 secret, so I can play that. The Pancratops is ridiculous. You can summon it off a Pteranodon, get a pop whenever you want, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And that is it for the big boys. I believe I have a little bit of blur on my camera. I am so sorry. So sorry. You kind of scoot up a little bit. There we go. You might see my keyboard a little bit right here, but who really cares? On to the babies. I love the babies. 2 copies of Animadorned Archosaur. Broken. Love this card. Ridiculous. Literally cut the entire need for the True King engine to destroy things. And it searches your Viagra, which is very important. So 3 copies of Baby Ceratosaurus and 1 Petite Pteranodon. So most people play 2 Baby, 1 Pteranodon, but I've noticed that when I did that, I actually ran out of resources incredibly quickly. If they can pass, turn 4, or, 4 to 6, if your opponent can outlive that, you basically burn out. That's one of the big problems with dinos, is that they burn out very fast. That's why Shaddolls were used with them for the longest time, because they have longevity. But I believe 3 Baby is a good way to go. Never go more than 1 Pteranodon. 3 and 2 is a bit much. But 3 Baby is perfectly fine. You don't usually brick on it too much. And I'd rather brick on it sometimes than not have it other times. And then, of course, like I said, 1 Pteranodon because, he summons your Pancratops and that's really all you need him for. And he can summon Oviraptor, but still. On to the hand traps. So this is what's subject to change. And also it is the most interchangeable part depending on the format. But I play 3 copies of Gamma and the one driver, of course. You know, Gamma's really good. I might cut it for something else if I can get something else, because, you know, with Calamity's gone, there's really not too many things that it, like, is absolutely amazing against. I mean, it does stop Zoo, like, instantly, but still. 3 copies of Ass Blossom and No Joy. I mean, it's kind of simple. Ash is the best hand trap in the game. And here is where it would change. So I own a single copy of Nibiru, and I would definitely, or I am going to definitely replace this and then add 1 card of Ghost Bell. So I'll be playing like 41 cards, because Ghost Bell is actually really good this format. And that's kind of all I really have to say about that. So if you're going to follow this deck list almost exactly, which I don't know why you would, I'm awful, definitely replace the 1 Nibiru, especially right now. Just like throw a Ghost Bell or 2 in. She's a really good hand trap right now. She stops a lot of things. But that's going to do it for the monsters. Pickup cards. Damn it. I can't reach around things very well. My mic is in front of my face. So on to the back row. I made this out of order. I am big dum-dum. Okay. So, hold up. We have 3 Lost World. Yay. And then the 1 Terraforming, because Lost World is really good. Ironically, I actually brick on Lost World a lot, so a lot of the times when I go into game 2 or 3, I'll cite out the Terraforming, because I draw into this enough as is. And so, like, honestly, I've been thinking of cutting the Terraforming entirely, but there are times where I really need it. Like, if I open a Lost World into Terraforming, they hit the first one, because a lot of people hit Lost World, because it's really good. I used to hate it, by the way. I think I said that in my last deck profile of this, but I used to despise Lost World. I was like, why would you give your opponent free cardboard? Like, that was back when links were very prevalent, so it was a bit of a strong argument back when you only played 1, but whew, I used to dog on this card. 3 Foolish Burial Dig. 3 Fossil Dig, that's what it is. Absolutely broken. I expected this to get on the ban list too, but it didn't. So really, really good. It's just emergency call for almost any dinosaur in your deck. And then, of course, to round off the dinosaur part of the deck, we have 2 copies of Double Evolution Pill, or I should say Viagra, because it brings out the big dick T-Rex. This card is so good. I didn't expect it to get on the list, but I mean, like, it's pretty balanced, I would say, because that's not like Tyranno negates anything. He just like flips stuff and attacks everything. But this is definitely very staple, obviously. Never play less than 2, honestly. I've seen a lot of people play like 1, and I'm like, are you actually brain dead? So, 3 Extravagance. This differs from my last one. I actually used to only play 2 Extravagance back before I had 3, and I was like, oh, I think I'd only play 3 anyway, or I'd only play 2 anyway, even if I had 3. But boy, was I wrong, because there are so many games back when I had 2 that I could have won had I had a 3rd Extravagance to like boost my consistency, because Extravagance is very important for consistency boosting. Like, I love being able to draw cards, so play 3 Extravagance if you can, please. Don't pull a me. That'd be an awful idea. And then to round off the spells, I main deck 1 copy of Twin Twisters. This is my main tech choice. I hate back row, particularly Mystic Mine, especially Mystic Mine. It's gotten to the point where I play this 1 Twin Twister, mostly for Mystic Mine, but also for some other Floodgates, and I will sit there, and I will, like, my opponent's, like, you know, trying to time me out and everything, you know, so it's Mystic Mine, and I'm just like, okay, I'll sit here and I'll wait, and I will sit there and wait, and wait, and wait, until I top deck the 1 Twin Twisters, because if they're playing Mystic Mine, they're probably not going to kill you that fast. So Twin Twisters is so clutch, plus you can hit stuff like Giant Rex into grave, which is really good, so it's nice to have that. And then to round everything off, 2 copies of Infinite Impermanence. I really don't think I would play 3. Like, Imperm is good, but it's not, like, broken. You don't always want to see it. You don't want to brick on it. So, 2 Imperm's just fine by me. On to the extra. Hoo-hoo boy. So, because we play Extravagance, there's going to be a lot of multiples of things, including of which 2 Evils are Dolka, 2 Evils are Logia. So I've been thinking of getting a 3rd Dolka and cutting Logia down to 1. I mean, both are really good, but I feel like Dolka is just so much more important, especially if you banish more off of Extravagance, right? So I feel like I should go to like 3 and 1. I don't know. What do you guys think, actually, if you play Dinosaur? Like, I feel like Dolka is a lot more important than Logia, even if Logia is good. But Anyways, ignoring them, I do play 2 copies of Abyss Dweller. A lot of people only play 1, but I feel like this card is absolutely a necessity, especially in formats like now where there's a lot of grave stuff, like with Drytron, if they're still relevant, PK, all that stuff. Hell, even Virtual World, there's a lot of stuff in grave. So Dweller slaughters a lot of decks. And then here is where my exeges get interesting. I am the final competitive Dino player in the world that still plays Dugaris the Timeless, it seems. I love this card. I go for the kill so often with the Pentastag Dugaris combo, and people are just so shocked to see a Tyranno with 7,000 attack that does piercing damage and attacks everything. It's really insane, and he's so easy to make, especially with 3-card combo of Lost World, OV Misk, or OV Baby, and oh my god, dude. Like, I feel like Dugaris is so underrated. And then, after that, for the rest of the one-of exeses, we have 1 Tornado Dragon when your Twin Twisters doesn't work, and also because he's pretty big for a rank 4, so that's nice. But mainly just for back row removal. And then 1 Exciton Knight, because I like blowing up boards when things get tough. And then on to the Link Monsters, which are the final things in the extra, because we don't play Aolo. If you play Aolo, I'll break your knees. I hate that card so much. We have 2 Link Karibo and 2 Secure Gardena to get your Archosaur engraved, to get your Dino and non-Dino. Really good, obviously. I wish Secure Gardena could be used as Link material, honestly. I know it'd be, like, a bit weird. Maybe back then they thought it was, like, broken. But I really wish this guy could be used as Link material. And it makes me so angry. But whatever, I guess. You can just still pop it at least, but man, that sucks. And then 1 copy of Nightmare Phoenix in case your Tornado Dragon and your Twin Twisters don't work. Like I said, I really hate back row, and I especially hate Mystic Mine, so there's the Nightmare Phoenix. And of course, to round everything off, the Pentastag. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Because I like Dugaris. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, anyways, that's going to do it for the deck profile for Dinosaur for the March 2021 format. This ban list was wild. I really liked how they hit Virtual World in Drytron like a lot, because I feel like Drytron wasn't that bad, but I really, really despised Virtual World. It is Dinosaur's worst matchup, and now that it's been knocked down a peg, Dino goes up a peg. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Tell me what you thought about the deck profile in the comments. Of course, I will try to respond to as many as possible, if I even get any. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Aurora signing off.